Meet Ernestine Shepherd, the world's oldest competitive female bodybuilder, a title officially awarded to her by the Guinness Book of World Records in 2010 and confirmed again in 2011. Today, she is 90 years old. Let that number sit with you for a second. 90, an age most people associate with slowing down, with resting, with taking it easy, and yet Ernestine Shepherd built a body, a mindset, and a legacy that continues to inspire people decades younger than her. But here's what makes her story even more remarkable. She didn't start this journey as a young athlete chasing a dream. She started later in life than almost anyone would believe. Today, I want to pay tribute to her, walk you through exactly how she lives, what she eats, when she sleeps, and the habits that built one of the most inspiring transformations in modern fitness history. But before I share the details of her daily life with you, I first want you to understand where she came from and the moment that changed absolutely everything for her. Ernestine Shepherd was born on June 16, 1936, and for much of her early life, fitness was nowhere on her radar. She worked as a school secretary in Baltimore and also spent years working as a model, living what most people would call a completely ordinary, comfortable life. Nothing about her early years suggested she would one day become a record-holding athlete. She wasn't drawn to sports. She wasn't particularly active, and by her own admission, she describes her younger self as prissy, someone who avoided exercise entirely because she didn't want to mess up her hair or break her manicured nails. At 56 years old, Ernestine had never worked out a single day in her life, and if you had told her back then that she'd one day be bench pressing over 100 pounds, she likely wouldn't have believed you. Then came the moment that changed everything. Ernestine and her sister Mildred, whom she affectionately called Velvet, went shopping together for swimsuits. Standing in that dressing room, neither of them liked what they saw looking back at them in the mirror. Instead of walking away discouraged, they made a decision together. They were going to get in shape. What started as simple aerobics classes slowly grew into something much bigger. Weight training, discipline, and eventually competitive bodybuilding. Tragically, in the early 1990s, Ernestine's sister passed away suddenly from a brain aneurysm. Heartbroken, Ernestine made a promise to herself. She would continue the fitness journey they had started together, not just for her own health, but to honor her sister's memory. That promise has now carried her forward for over 3 decades, turning what began as a personal loss into one of the most powerful, enduring tributes one sister could give another. At the age of 71, an age when many people are settling into a slower pace of life, Ernestine decided to take things even further. She began training seriously with a former Mr. Universe title holder, and just 7 months later, she entered her very first bodybuilding competition and won first place in her class, beating out competitors decades younger than her. That victory eventually led to her being formally recognized on stage in Rome, Italy, as the Guinness World Record holder for oldest competitive female bodybuilder. Since then, she has completed 9 marathons, written a book called Determined, Dedicated, Disciplined to be Fit, launched her own activewear line, and even made an appearance in Beyoncé's visual project, Black is King. Now let's talk about how she actually lives day to day, because this is where her story becomes something every single one of us can learn from. Ernestine wakes up at 2:30 in the morning. Before anything else, she dedicates time to gratitude, meditation, and quiet reflection, setting a calm, focused tone for the entire day ahead. Only after that does her physical routine begin. She drinks water first thing and continues hydrating steadily throughout the day. For breakfast, she has a liquid egg white drink made from 10 egg whites, along with a handful of walnuts, fueling her body with clean protein and healthy fats before she heads out for her daily run. A full 10 miles, several days a week, regardless of the weather or how she's feeling that morning. And in true Ernestine fashion, she still does her hair and makeup before heading out, because staying disciplined about her health never meant giving up who she is. After her run, she heads to the gym around 7:30 in the morning, where she strength trains for about 45 minutes to an hour, splitting her workouts by muscle group throughout the week: chest and biceps one day, shoulders and triceps another, back and legs on a different day. She can bench press 150 pounds and regularly lifts free weights in her training sessions, numbers many people half her age would be proud of. After her own workout, she doesn't just go home and rest. She teaches fitness classes to seniors in her community, some of her students in their 80s themselves, proving daily that her mission has never just been about her own body, it's about lifting others along with her. Her diet stays remarkably consistent. She eats around 6 to 7 smaller meals throughout the day, focused on lean protein like chicken and egg whites, along with vegetables totaling roughly 1,700 calories daily and about 120 grams of protein. She avoids processed food and sugary treats almost entirely, and she doesn't rely on supplements or performance-enhancing substances, sticking mainly to a basic vitamin D supplement and, above all, consistency. Here's the most important thing I want you to take from her story. You do not need to become a competitive bodybuilder to apply what Ernestine teaches us. Her real lesson isn't about muscles or trophies. It's about discipline, consistency, and refusing to believe that age determines what your body is capable of. She didn't have some secret genetic advantage or a lifetime of athletic training behind her. She was an ordinary woman who simply decided, at 56, that it wasn't too late to change, and then again at 71, that it still wasn't too late to go even further. Waking up early to move your body, drinking more water, eating real food instead of processed food, and showing up for yourself every single day, these are things absolutely anyone can start at any age, starting today. The goal was never to look exactly like her. It was to live with the same intention she brings to every single morning. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and it does not replace professional medical advice. Ernestine's exact routine is intense and built over decades of gradual training, so please always consult your doctor before beginning any new exercise or diet program, especially at an advanced age or with existing health conditions. Now, inspired entirely by her incredible story, I've created something called the Determined Dedicated Blueprint, a completely free full 1-year health guide built around the same principles that have carried Ernestine Shepherd for over 3 decades. Simple daily habits, realistic nutrition, and gentle movement routines designed to help you build strength and vitality at any age. Getting it is simple. All you have to do is comment below with the word determined, along with the habit of Ernestine's you're most inspired to start with today, and I will personally make sure the Determined, Dedicated Blueprint gets sent directly to you, completely free. Before you go, if Ernestine's story moved you even half as much as it moved me, hit that like button. It genuinely helps stories like hers reach more people who need this kind of inspiration. Share this with someone who thinks it's too late to start taking care of themselves, because Ernestine Shepherd proves at 90 years old that it never is. And if you want more powerful, inspiring health stories like this, hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. Ernestine once said that when people see her, they smile and realize, if she can do it, so can they. Today, let that thought carry you forward too. I'll see you in the next video.